Okay, with a bit of luck, you can hear me and you'll be able to see me. I'm hoping that the stream is live. Oop. Hoping that you can hear me. Right, so it's Sunday. I believe it is the 26th of July. And I'm on my way to Speaker's Corner. Big brother Bri, how you doing, bro? I'm on my way to Speaker's Corner just now. I've got shades out with me today, but by the looks of the clouds, I'm not really sure I'm gonna need it. Was that Alison that I saw there? I believe so. Hello, Alison, darling. Lovely to see you. I thought I'd go live because there may be people that are going to Speaker's Corner that are there just now, and they're like, yo, where's Roxanne? So I'm hoping that as they're standing at Speaker's Corner, they will get a notification, and on their notification it will say Roxanne is live, and they're gonna go, right, if she's not here, where is she? And at that point they're gonna see, oh right, she's still in her car, so she's on her way here. Because I don't know who's turning up today. I do believe that Nora is coming over from Ireland, so I think Nora's going to be there. Admittedly, there's been a lot going on over the last couple of days, so I've not been able to get back to everybody as quickly as I would like to. So yeah, I'm going to be in Speaker's Corner in about 20 to 25 minutes from now. Traffic pending. I'm going to go out there with the seater and I'm going to go and talk to people. Morning, Lopez, how you doing, darling? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to talk to people about the fact that they've been lied to. The education system's lied to them, NASA's lied to them, the governments have lied to them. We're watching a systematic takedown of the old guard on an international basis, and the silent majority is out there. We know the silent majority is out there because we converse with them on a daily basis. How many times you've spoken to someone and you've said, what do you make of all this COVID-19 malarkey? Most people go, well, I don't know what to make of it. I'm not really sure they're telling us the truth though. Most people say that. Most people I'm conversing with say that. Maybe I'm in my own little bubble, but I hope a lot of you can resonate with that as well. I've got an opportunity to use something that's on my doorstep. Hello, my darling, lovely to see you. I've got something on my doorstep that is internationally renowned for free speech. Connect. I'm getting grabbled before I even go to Speaker's Corner, which is insane. Okay, hopefully you will see me back on your screens again. I'm actually getting grappled before I get to Speaker's Corner. I'm not even like at Hammersmith yet and they're already coming for me. So as I was saying, Speaker's Corner, it's in London. That is the capital city of this country. It's on my doorstep. It's a 20-25 minute drive away from where I live. And for the last 2 and a bit years, I've gone there pretty much on the last Sunday of every month, and I've tried to make sure the conversations are happening, conversations about the education system, conversations about what we've been taught about where we live, conversations about space, how it's been taught to us, government, puppets, puppet masters, pedophilia, Pizzagate, human trafficking, child trafficking, you name it, chemtrails, anti-vax. I'm not vaccinated myself. Quick disclaimer on this one, my parents didn't get me vaccinated when I was born. I didn't have all of those. I didn't even get my BCG. All of my friends got their BCG. If you're from the UK, you know what your BCG is. It's something that you get in secondary school. About year 9, year 10, they give you a little thing in your arm, leaves a pretty horrendous scar on your arm. But yeah, my parents, they were like no to all of that back in the day. My mum didn't even let me use aerosol deodorants. Like, she was never ever up for that. Again, it's pretty much the same things I'm against. My dad's pretty much always been sceptical about a lot of the most sensitive topics, and I spoke to my mum about these topics that I've been speaking about for the last couple of years. My mum was very quick to say that's not something that me and your dad have taught you. You've gone to school and learned that. Don't really pin that on us. So I've always been of the way of, you know, questioning what we've been taught and asking why we're being even taught something in the first place. Obviously we know numbers 1 2 3 4 5 A B C D E F G, but then it doesn't take very long before you even scratch the surface of language. As you know, we've spoken many times before to many different people about gematria, language with Dave Murphy, the history that we've been taught. There's so many channels on YouTube, so many people talking about things, connecting the dots. There's even people in the chat room that are content creators as well, that have done an incredible amount of work in trying to connect these dots and try and get the conversations going, get them above the table, stop them being ridiculed, to stop the conversations being laughed out of the room. These are not conversations that are being had by tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists. Right? These are normal contributive members to society. They're everyday people like me and you that have questioned the narrative and don't really care about the social shunning in the interim period while the conversations are being had. And we're here to have more of those conversations, to let you know that a lot of people like us think the same things. So yeah, for anyone that's just joining, that's wondering what's going on, that's pretty much what's going on. I'm on my way to Hyde Park Speakers Corner, London. I was due to be there for 1 o'clock, but anyone who knows me knows I endeavour to try and get where I'm going on time. It just doesn't sometimes go like that. So I was supposed to be there at 1 o'clock. It's now 1:20. I'm still en route, driving through West London. If I just turn the camera around, you will see I'm pretty much on a dual carriageway. Can you see those dark clouds over there? That is horrendous. Look, that is where I'm driving towards. It feels like a sunny day, but it's not actually a sunny day. There's clouds. I've got my umbrella on board. My umbrella's on board, so yeah. Oops, yeah, my umbrella's on board, so I won't be getting wet. I've got a puffer jacket, I've got a denim jacket. Yeah, I've got a puffer jacket with me, I've got a denim jacket, I've got an umbrella, I've got a hood. Like, I'm prepared. It looks really like, oh, sunny where I am now. It's just not. It's just really cloudy, really overcast. Myself and Asita, we've been paying attention to the weather, and it's changeable. They've said maybe a thunderstorm, maybe no rain, maybe sunshine. So they're just doing classic British weather people. Yeah, so oh bless. So shout out to the haters in the chat room as usual. There's a bit of a transition going on my channel, as you may probably know. There's been a couple of notifications from 007 and myself. We're working it out in the background. We will find a way to make sure our friendship is safe, but in the meantime we're going to maintain doing our own thing content wise, because, you know, friendship is always more important than, you know, any kind of other, you know, friendship at all costs. So yeah, for the meantime Rich is going to do his thing, I'm going to carry on doing my thing. So I'm going to wrap up season 1 of the Really Woke Show. I'm not going to live stream on the Really Woke Show for the next week or so. I'm going to carry on making content in the meantime, but in the meantime, the Really Woke Show for season 2, I'm going to wrap up the Really Woke Show for season 1. So let me just reiterate that I won't be streaming as the Really Woke Show for the next 7 to 10 days, possibly 14 days. But in the interim period, I will be still maintaining putting out. We'll be back probably about the 2nd week of August, halfway through August, season 2. We'll be back. And yeah, there's a lot of things. I'm thinking what I can tell you and what I can't tell you. There's a lot. Okay, so hopefully you can see me again. I'm getting grabbled, seriously. So as I was saying, I'm going to wrap up season 1. It's been awesome. Had a great season. Loads of topics discussed all the way from the kind of get-go, from the lockdown. I've made a cup of tea for myself and it's really not that nice. I just took a sip of it and I was just like, it tastes plastic. Yeah, it's not the one. So loads of things we've talked about since lockdown's begun, and I think we've had a good stretch. So yeah, it seems right to wrap up season 1, revise it, recalibrate somewhat, and come back in a couple of weeks for season 2. What he's doing, 007, make sure you've subscribed to his channel. And if there's any way you can help his situation, please do email him. Get in touch with him. He's an awesome guy. It's not nice when we're handed bad hands of cards. I know that a lot of people can resonate with that. I know I can, and it's not nice. And yeah, I'm going to make sure I focus in the background on maintaining that friendship, because friendship so come rain or shine, you already know I'm going to be there. So yeah, I'm going to be there in about 20 minutes from now. I'm going to be meeting up with the Sita. Big Brother Bribe did attempt to come down today, but in certain ways, right. So to those of you that can still hear me, we will be today's. You can see how badly I'm getting grabbled. We're going to be recording most of today's content. I will try and stream live from Speaker's Corner. I will try my best to stream live. Myself and Asita have made arrangements so that we can pre-record most of what we're doing at Speaker's Corner. We've got a couple of other bits that we've done in the background, and those will be uploaded very, very soon. And in the meantime, as I said, while we recalibrate for season 2 for the Really Woke show, I'm going to carry on putting content out as Really Woke Roxanne in the meantime. So just think of that as an interim period before season 2 of the Really Woke show. I am in slow moving traffic just now. Try and turn the camera around and show you. Oops. Don't know if you can see that there. I'm doing about 25 miles an hour and everyone's braking. So yeah, I am trying to get there as quickly as possible, but for some reason the roads are heavy. The roads are heavy today. We've got people out on the roads. So yeah, I'm trying to get there as quickly as possible. I have, however, I've done a little post on my Instagram where I've asked you, amongst the host of topics that I'm going to be talking about at Speaker's Corner today, is there anything that you want me to talk about out on Speaker's Corner? If there is, go over to Really Woke Roxanne's Instagram page, go onto my story, and there is a little box there where you can pop your question in, and I'll get a notification telling me what you want me to talk about. So my Instagram is in my About section on my YouTube page, which you're watching this stream on right now. If you go over to the About section, click on my Instagram link, or just go to my homepage and click on my Instagram link. That will take you to my Instagram page, where if you go to my story, there's a section on there that says, what would you like me to ask people at Speaker's Corner today? You can pop your response in that box there, and I will make sure that I talk about that at Speaker's Corner today. I'll add it to my list of questions. I'm compiling a list of questions in my notes, and I'm going through those questions with people and kind of updating it as I go, and trying to mix in viewer questions as well. People seem to be very willing to answer what people want to. So with a bit of luck, I'm not getting grabbled right now and you're hearing this. I'm on my way to Hyde Park for Speaker's Corner. I'll also talk about the fact that the Ministry of Education has done a doozy and taught us all a lie, pretty much, about where we live. They taught us a model as if it's fact. They backed it up with propaganda, given us a partisan education. They've given us a partisan education, which is technical, and they're still doing it. Well, I say they're still doing it, but this lockdown's scuppered that a little bit, because since March they've had to close down the schools, which a few of us behind the scenes were like, hooray! But yeah, there's a lot to be said for that. My daughter's learning Korean at the moment. Long story, but I won't go there. She's learning Korean at the moment. That's for you, Jess. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. She's learning Korean, and she was like, Mum, come and look at this. I'm learning the Korean alphabet. And I was like, go on, girl. What are you going to show me? And what she showed me, I literally could not believe. I was like, okay. So this is how Korean people learn their alphabet. And she was like, no, it's not just Korean people. Listen to what the woman's saying. And the lecturer was saying in the Chinese alphabet as well. And I'm going, hold on. How are they talking about what shape the earth is when they're talking about the alphabet? That means everyone gets taught this from the get-go. And Jess was like, So I was like, right, all right. If you know, you know. If you know anything about the Korean or Japanese, Chinese language and the alphabet, then you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've looked into this, I've only stumbled across it because Jess is learning Korean. But if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. Trip to Korea pending. Shout out to all our Korean and Chinese viewers. Smart. You lot are smart. You already know what this is. You already know what it isn't, should I say. So yeah, shout out to all of you. The Really Woke Show will be coming to Asia soon. I've had a little chat with my dad. My dad's gone to Korea a few times. My dad's been over to Japan and whatnot, and he says it's cool. It's cool. So after this whole malarkey is over and done with, shout out to anyone who wants to come for a little South Korean trip, because we've got a lot to talk about with these people. And yeah, even though my daughter's learning it, I'm kind of in the background listening to what she's doing. So mind of information out there, everyone. Like, some of the most quirkiest stuff's come out over the last couple of weeks where I've just been like, what? I can't look really into the chat room unless I physically stop the car. And if I physically stop the car just now to look at the chat room, I'm going to take even longer to get to Speaker's Corner. So I promise, as soon as I park up the car at Speaker's Corner, I will take a look into the chat room, and I will... I'll get back to... As it is, I believe, I'm not sure, I have not to red light, flat ball, vegan something, I can't see, vegan something, I can't see, Big Brother Bry, Israel Adams, Paul from Newcastle, beef, I'm seeing vegan and beef, like, I'm like, whoa, what's going on with these names? Gunnar, Sai, and I definitely can't read. Leighton, I think that said Leighton. I've lost it. Pleasant. Ash News as well there. Ricardo. Nadim. Shout out to Sheffield. Jude H, my darling, lovely to see you. Globe Denier. Yes, my darling. Nadim, shout out to you from Sheffield. Jonathan Hobbs, Mr. Papaya, Lopez, and Alison. And I've got to look back at the road. Okay. Got to look back at the road, yeah. We get down to the bottom. Google, the School of Frankfurt. I've heard a couple of things about that, and that looks like solid traffic. Guys, I'm going to be even later. Nearly swore there. I'm going to be later than I wanted to be. Red Eye Jedi, hello my darling. Yeah, stuck in traffic at the moment. I really want to be at Speaker's Corner already. Asita, I hope I haven't had you. Jose Mast, in touch with Murphy. Me and Asita are going to try and catch up with Murphy soon. I think he's traversing, doing his bit, helping the communities across the UK at the moment. We'll try and look into him over the next few days. Yeah, we're trying to get hold of Dave Murphy as well. Cyrus Carter as well. Look, I'll just show you. I'm in traffic. I'm moving over to the next little bit where I'm going to have to stop. So I am in like super slow moving traffic, you see? Stopped again. So it's not like I'm going down the road at like 40 miles an hour and looking at the screen. Going to look at the school. Yeah, Nomads, shout out to you as well, lovely. Makaya's place, hello my darling. Where we go one, we go all. Lovely to see you. Look, this is proper standstill traffic. I wonder, where's everyone going on a Sunday? This is not a good look. And I wish I could say there's like real quick shortcuts to Speaker's Corner, but I've got to get past Shepherd's Bush. No, I don't go to Speaker's Corner to debate. I don't really go to Speaker's Corner to debate. I don't really know if there's a debate with speaking about things you're passionate about. A debate and talking about something you're passionate about, in my book, is two different things. I understand that people do go to Speaker's Corner to debate. I just go to Speaker's Corner to talk to people about things I'm interested in talking about. Have I ever had obs to debate Muslims or any religion for that matter? Nope. But I appreciate your question. I definitely appreciate your question. It does, doesn't it? There is a bit of roadworks as well. Don't know if anyone's noticed the increase of. Maybe it's time for us or something. Sorry, I'm just stuck in traffic and I'm like. Has anyone else noticed the increased amount of roadworks? I have. I've lived in London since I was about 4 years old, and obviously London's always ram jam with roadworks, but even last night when I was taking a seat home, we were driving to hers, and like there's roadworks near where she is, and it was like, alright, it's normally stupid o'clock in the morning when I'm driving her home anyway, but I think it was like half one in the morning, and there was dudes out there just like it was 7:30 in the evening, or like 7:30 in the morning. It's like it doesn't make any sense what they're doing. Like there's a lot of roadworks. I've been talking to a lot of the subs about this. There's a lot of like Cadent roadworks, gas network roadworks and whatnot, and it's just weird. I know it just, as I'm going to say something and it's just going to make me sound a bit crazy, but if you know, you know. Like there's just, if you know your surroundings, then you're very aware and acutely aware of things when they don't sit with the norm. And if you look at, you know, a rate of progression over maybe 10-15 years and then look at what's happened in your local area within the last 3 months, you can kind of see a pattern of behaviour, and you can tell very quickly when something's out of place, if that makes sense. There's been a lot of things in my local area that's been very, very out of place. They've shut off whole swathes in my local area for gas network stuff. They've shut off some of Richmond, like a whole segment of Richmond got shut off for their gas, and it wasn't like a gas emergency. It was just like, we're going to shut this off and there's a part of town that you can't go to anymore. I know that sounds really weird, but in my whole 37, 38, 39 years of living, it's never happened in my local area before. So I'm asking, like, is there things that you're seeing happen in your local area, you know, like streets being closed, you know, when they shut off a whole road and they go, sorry, you can't go down there anymore. Why? Because we're doing roadworks down there and we've just shut the whole road off. I know some of you are thinking, Rox, man, that happens anyway. That's happened for like 30 or 40 years. I know that, but it's just where they're doing it. Like, they just happen to, I'll tell you one example, right? So in Richmond, there's a road called Paradise Road, and it goes up from Waitrose, and it's like on a little kind of triangle corner, and where Paradise Road comes up to the top, there is a Scientology church at the top of Paradise Road. You can Google Maps this, just look, Google Maps Paradise Road, look at the top of it, and you'll see the Scientology building. It's a really, really, really freaking weird building. My mum and dad had lived in Richmond since like 1983, 84, and ever since I've been a little girl, I've hung around in Richmond. It's been my manor. I've never seen a Sunday service in that building. I've never seen a human being even come out or go into that building, and it's in an extremely prominent part of Richmond. And on the front of it, it says, yeah, there's a service on a Sunday at 10:30, and there's a service on Thursday, and there's a little bookshop next door, and it's their little Scientology little bookshop, and it's called the Reading Room. You can look this all up on Google. It's called the Reading Room. And if you look at the building, there's the pillars and the yellow circle windows, and it's all like 6 pillars and 3 windows, and it's all really weird. Anyway, cut long story short, after 35 years of my life never seeing anybody go or come into this building, the other day, or the other week, Cadent or however you say it, that gas network company, they shut down the whole of Paradise Road. They shut the whole one-way system in Richmond. They shut the whole road behind Paradise Road that goes up to the cinema at the back. They just shut the whole thing off. And they shut Church Road down as well, which is the road that goes into the back of Richmond train station. If anyone knows Richmond, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, when I mean in my whole life, I've never seen them shut down Richmond like that, except for like the Victorian Fair that they do in Richmond High Street. If you're local to the area, you know what I'm talking about. They shut down Richmond sometimes for May Day and stuff like that, where they'll shut off a bit of the one-way system for the green so that they can do the little Victorian parade. They've done that, that's normal. That's like for a day. Yeah, but this thing was done for like 2 months or a month and a half. And no one could really go through Richmond properly. You were like made to go around it, and it just, there's so much more to that. But the Scientology building, it was like they locked everything off, and they were in every manhole cover that you could see. They were down there. They were down there for ages. And at the time, I don't know if anyone else uses Navbox or Flight Tracker. There was the most military helicopters over Richmond, like Chinooks, Apaches, Pumas, all sorts. And it's like they were doing, I don't know, because it was during the lockdown. It was actually during the lockdown that they did this. And so there was a lot of residents that weren't out, but a lot of you that know me personally, you know that I had a few opportunities to drive out, and I was driving out and I was seeing certain things that just didn't make sense. I was doing like midnight drives and 1 o'clock in the morning drives during lockdown, and going through certain ends and just seeing these Cadent vans moving like unmarked military vehicles. The guys that were driving these vans, they didn't look like, do you know what I mean? You know, the highway maintenance guys that normally have their arse crack hanging out and their t-shirts are like 2 sizes too small for them, so you see their little bellies hanging over their belts, like them kind of highway maintenance guys. No, these guys weren't like that. These guys were like Afghan soldier guys. Like, you know when you like, you guys look like military. And I'm not just saying that, they all look like that. And if you looked at them for too long, I remember taking a video and I was watching them. I was going through Morden, and they were outside Morden Station. They'd shut off Morden Station, and they were all like taking equipment into the train station and going down. And someone was telling me that Morden Station's connected to an underground network of tunnels. And anyway, I'm just saying, for someone that's lived in London all my life, I've been looking at certain things, being very aware of my surroundings and going, rah, that's spooky. And I don't know if I'm the only one that smells booky a mile off, but I do. I look for booky behaviour, and when I see it, I'm like, So I don't know if that's just me. Hey, Goo. Hello, darling. How you doing? Lovely to see you, sweetie. So yeah, I'm just talking about being aware of one's surroundings and looking at one's local area, and things are out of, really, do we need to stop like this? Being aware of one's surroundings and one's area. I'm literally coming up to Bayswater Road now, everyone, so I'm like 10 minutes away from Speaker's Corner, or parking up anyway on Bayswater Road. So yeah, sorry for me waffling on a little bit there. Hi National, how you doing, sweetheart? Hope you and Pen are okay. Literally just coming through the top of Notting Hill just now. And then I'll be on Bayswater Road. I'm just passing the top of Portland Road now. Ninja Man, hello my darling. If you see this, this underground station that I'm passing just now is Holland Park Station. And at the top here is where we'll traverse back over to Bayswater Road. And that's where I like to find my little parking. Pat Riot as well, lovely to see you. Asita, sweetie. I'm hoping you can see. Yeah, cool, no worries. I will happily wait by the car. I've got a rubbish cup of tea though. My tea literally tastes plasticky. Big hugs all. Love it. Cool, lovely to see you all. I really am cheesed off that my tea tastes like plastic. I don't know what I've done. It's not coffee, guys. I'm drinking tea. I think I need to get a different kind of it's tasting like that. It tastes like plastic. It does not taste nice at all. So, we're going to get to Speaker's Corner. We're going to do some pre-recorded content. We're going to talk to people. We're going to show you that the silent majority is more than in existence. Most of the people we're talking to at the moment are more than happy to talk about the things that we're asking them. We've got a nice set of questions. If there's anything that you would like me to speak to people about at Speaker's Corner, don't pop it in the comment section, the chat room just now, because I won't be able to find it. Your best bet is to go to my Instagram and go to my story, and on my story is a post where I've said, like, is there anything you want me to talk about at Speaker's Corner? If you just go and answer my post there, you can literally type what you want in the box, and it's on my story, so you have to go to my story section to ask a question about Speaker's Corner, and I'm happy to put it into the mix. I'm happy to add it into the conversation. If you feel it's something that's important enough that should be spoken about at Speaker's Corner, pop it in there. Just go over to Really Woke Roxanne on my Instagram page. You'll find the link for that on my home section, or in the about section of my YouTube page that you're watching this stream on right now. We are at Speaker's Corner on the last Sunday of every month from 1 PM onwards. We've been doing that now since since June the 24th, Sunday, June the 24th, 2018. We've been going there as much as possible, pretty much every month, on the last Sunday of each month, and we're going to continue to do that and try and encourage as many people as possible, whether you live in London or not, whether you live near or far. One day, if you're thinking, all right, not this month, I might not be able to do it this month, I might not even be able to do it next month, but if after that, I'm there. I'm still going to be there in December. I'm going to go there for as long as it takes to feel confident enough to come out and speak their minds. That's the whole point of Speaker's Corner, for people to come out and talk their truth, talk about what they're passionate about. Everyone's pursuit of truth and their journey on that pursuit of truth is obviously different. Their perception is different from the next person's. I think it's important that people do get out and speak their minds, because some people are under the impression that the minority that get promoted on the mainstream media as the majority are actually the actual public opinion of things. It's only when you go out on the street and actually start talking to people, you start realising that not many people are actually buying what the mainstream media is selling, even though the mainstream media are trying to sell the fact that everyone's bought it. They're absolutely complicit. If you were in any doubt before about the mainstream media being complicit, being utterly complicit, then yeah, I doubt you'd be in any doubt now, after their most recent behaviours over the last few months. Sorry, I'm just looking because I've got absolute numpties driving on the road. Nope. Right, I'm now looking for a parking space on the Beeswater Road. I can see some spots, but I want to get a little bit that way. I don't really want like a 20-minute bop from the car to the park, but we do what we do. We do what we do. The closer I can get, the more busier it gets, obviously, to park up. And yay, I'm seeing spaces, guys. This is good. There's one, and there's, I think, two, and there's cars behind me, and there's cars coming, so we are going to go up here. We're going to come and turn around. Yeah, right, sorry. One is driving at the same time, and I'm just going to beat this guy because he's doing what I'm doing, and I think he's just found a space as well, and I'm going to beat him to it. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Right, Roxy, come on. Let's not knock her off the bike. That's not very nice. Is she going to get in here? That is the thing. I'm going to go there. Right. Okay. She's got a space. Good. So, when I originally found these parking spaces, I made friends with the little artists because I wanted to get a little bit of background about, sorry, I'm just making sure that I'm nice and tucked in. Let's not go any further back. Let's not go any further back. Right, so, see here. You see? Oh, you see the little art on the fence. So the artists, they normally, hold on, there we go. The artists, I don't know if you can see down there. You see there? There's another artist there, and there's one beside me. There's probably another 5 or 6 up there. Hi Kimmy, darling. Lovely to see you, sweetheart. Great to see you in the chat room. Hope you and Bob are all good, sweetheart. But yeah, there's a good, you know, half a dozen artists that are up Bayswater Road here, and they park up their car and they get all their art out and they put it on the fence all day, and people come and buy it. And they're really nice community of people, but they very politely said, yeah, you can park there all day, don't need to pay or anything, like you can park there until tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. So ever since then I have is that rain? Anyway, ever since then I've been happy to park here. So yeah, chessboard parking. The Man, Dolly Daydream, Paul from Newcastle, Kimmy Spreadbra, Tomasino, Leighton, Isaiah, Nomad, Mouse, Vegan, Big Brother Brian, Maggie Ray, Pat Riot, Sita, Ninja, National, don't want to miss anyone out, Stephen Watson, yeah, everywhere seems, William as well, Cole, brilliant, L, Kinch, I don't know how to say that name, but yeah, good. I'm so glad you've all joined. So as I said before, yeah, I think so as well, Bri, but don't worry, look. We have said umbrella here. So I'm ready. I've got a hood here. I've also got a kind of warm-ish jacket. Not too much of a thick puffer, but these, I may not need these because the sun decided to not really come out today. So yeah, I'm not really sure I'm going to be using the older shades here. But yeah, got my puffer, got my umbrella, I've got a hood here so I can pop the hood on and I can do the whole protect myself from the rain. Okay, so I feel like I'm equipped. I've got my rucksack, I've got snacks, I've got chargers, I've got cables, Asita's got the rest of the equipment. So no worries though. I'm just making sure I don't miss anyone. Cool. So in the meantime, I'm going to maintain putting content out as Really Woke Roxanne. All you'll have to do is wait about a couple of weeks and season 2 of the Really Woke show will be back. I'll give you more information on that as and when I get it. And if you want to be involved in today's conversation, all you got to do is go over to my Instagram, go onto the story, pop your question in the box. Ryan E. Philippines, hello, how are you doing? We're good. We're at Speaker's Corner, Hyde Park, London today. I was ordered by Asita in the chat room to stay put. She knows where I parked because I parked exactly in the same place I parked last time. So yeah, I'm gonna wait here for Asita to turn up. She's on her way now on her wheel. And I've made a really rubbish cup of tea. I was really looking forward to my cup of tea and it's taken on the flavour of plastic. Not great. Who's dismissing your comments? Snake oil salesmen are cancerous to the human race. And hot air balloon ride will put your mind at ease. Aww. Oh, that's silly. That's really silly. Yeah, shout out to Kimmy. That's crazy. Now she pays attention. Ha! Lol. Aww. The man's definitely the man. Wow. You know, it's people like you, the man, that make content making all worthwhile. Making a claim in the chat room and then ridiculing the chat room based off of the claim that you think you know what you're talking about. That's hilarious. Yeah, good to see Tomasino in the chat room as well. And a reminder, you know, to everyone out there, it is good to question what you've been taught. You've been taught a model, which has been backed up by propaganda. Been taught a model. It doesn't show to be accurate, does it? Hi Ute, lovely to see you. Maggie Ray. Yeah, they're going to try and claim the whole UFO things from another planet, aren't they? Bless them. If there is UFOs, if there is other races of people that we are unaware of, then to me it would make sense that they're from extraterrane. Extraterrane ET. Definitely. If that is the case, if they are from extraterrane, then of course they're already here. That makes sense. Hello, lovely to see you joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you. Where are we at there? Yeah, so I'm going to save my battery. I know it's on charge in the car, but I would like to try and go into Speaker's Corner with full battery. And yeah, in the meantime, stay tuned, stay posted. As I said, if you want to go over to my Instagram page, which is Really Woke Roxanne, just go to the story section and you will soon see a little bit of the story section that says have your say at Speaker's Corner. So yeah, you'll be able to have your say at Speaker's Corner. And yeah, give us your 2 cents. Let us know what you think. I'm seeing some different looking people on the road today. Yeah, I see that as well, Maggie. Absolutely. Absolutely, you. Well said. Maybe I can actually take a few notes here while we are in this chat, because I do think I packed a pen. And I do think I have some paper. So do you want to tell me what you would like me to speak to people about at Speaker's Corner? And I will happily write it down on a piece of paper right here in the car. What would you like me to bring up at Speaker's Corner amongst the host of things that I'm going to be talking about anyway? Is there anything specifically that you would like me to talk about? If so, pop that in the chat room just now and I will. Okay, let me do that. Can I do that though? Let's have a look. Yeah, done that. Has he done? I'm just gonna find her. I remember she wrote something in the chat room telling me to stay put. I think it's too far back, but yeah, bro, I've done that. There you are. There we go. Yeah, bro, done that. No problems, bro. Okay, Maxwell and the child stuff. Yeah, that is in my that's actually in my remit already, Maggie. Yeah, no worries. I've got Ghislaine Maxwell and the kids and the whole Maxwell connection. Yeah, got that up in there already. Just goes to show though, right? Great minds think alike. Goes to show. Hold on, I'm still trying to pay attention. Nice, Ninja. Ask, do they think COVID is a religion? Do when you got a car that's trying to park and they got their license in a joke shop? Ah, poor thing. If I reverse, I'm gonna end up hitting the car that I'm parked. I'm not gonna. See, you know when you're like reversing to just protect your own whip, there's nothing I can really do. So that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. That's all I can do. That's the only help I can give you, friend. Yeah. You could actually park a bus in that space, but I don't know, none of my business. Bless. Bless. So, right. Good point, Paul. Very good point. Good point, you. Yep, I'm gonna take note of that as well. Yeah, well said, Ninja. Lovely. That was the guy getting out of the car giving me thumbs up because he couldn't park. Bless him. Yep, on it as well. Nice for these comments. Thank you. Honestly, cheers. Hey, Miss Q. Tried to bring something up with my friend and he goes, oh, I know where this is going. He'd already heard and rejected it. He didn't want to know. I'm telling you, it's a religion for them. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that, Ninja. Good point. Really good point. Oops. Cancel. That's how they play it, by saying some shadow elite isn't running the world, but they aren't shadow elite. Some of them are lower down, the ones on display. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, great points. So, as I said, I will try and do a little live in the park, but as I said, myself and Asita are, you know, pretty determined to do pre-recorded content today. We'd rather that. We'd rather give you cleaner content while we're getting grabbled in the park. But yeah, I will do a section once I've like got ourselves set up and whatnot and met anyone that's coming. I'll go live and bring you up to speed with it. All right, my lovelies. Was that Amanda? Amanda as well, lovely to see you. It for still being there. Thank you for still being there. That was just Asita on the phone. She's literally just coming along the road on her wheel now. So I'm going to wrap this up. But as I said, stay tuned. I'll still be putting out content as Really Woke Roxanne. We'll be at Speaker's Corner for a few hours today talking to people about these most important topics. And the Really Woke Show will be back for season 2 in about 2 weeks. But hold tight, stay tuned. And we will keep you updated with everything that's coming. All right? Thank you for tuning in, and I will speak to you very, very soon.